The concrete design of George and Karen Elphick's South Coast home is an answer to the demands of the steep site and to the wear and tear which the humid sea air inflicts on materials. A practical solution to its environment, it's also a beautifully understated structure.
This is such an amazing space, but the first thing that catches my eye is this view.
That's our ocean.
This being a conservation zone, once building was done, the site was fully replanted.
It's clear that you're living the best of the good life with a contemporary-style beach house as your home. How would you describe this design?
We're on top of an amazing dune overlooking the ocean, and this is a dune forest which has been the inspiration for our home.
And what makes this location unique?
I only have adjectives for this place: fluid, bold, functional, light, spacious, and very connected with the ocean.
Karen adds to the heady atmosphere with a Thai green vegetable curry or Mexican chili bean bowl prepared in sight of the waves.
This kitchen is so simple yet beautiful. What style were you going for?
The most important aspect of the kitchen was to be part of the living space so that I could interact with my friends and my family, whoever's around. So what's important to me as well is how easy it is to work here and clean. And we've also installed these oak sliding doors to hide away the appliances, and all the dirty pots and pans go into the scullery beyond, which I'm not going to show you.
Which space in the house do you feel best reflects you?
The living space and the kitchen are definitely the heart and the soul for me. I wake up in the morning, every morning before anyone else gets up, brew myself a lovely cup of coffee, open the sliding doors, sit on those bean bags outside and watch the sun rise. It's my source of inspiration, and I feel truly blessed and grateful for living here.
The interiors and architecture seem made for one another because the oak furniture is a collaboration between George Elphick and designer Mike Long, crafted by a local joiner.
Mike, you were tasked with styling this incredible home. What are some of the elements that you used here?
Well, Harmony, as you can see, the architecture really speaks for itself, so we didn't have to do much other than dress what you see around us. You know, we try to keep the structure itself as part of the design, as well as obviously the main view, which is stunning. So there wasn't much we had to really do other than bring in a few of the client's existing pieces, being in the artwork, as well as a lot of the sort of modern classic furniture.
The use of concrete throughout to create the shell of the interior is purposeful insofar as it creates continuity. And this was our brief to Mike, to amplify that idea in the use of leather colors in the furniture that we procured, and to extend the polished concrete floor through to the off-shutter ceilings. Mike and I worked together on introducing color into the spaces you see, particularly in the oil paintings, which are bright, and the fabrics that we've used. And I think he's done a fantastic job in taking what is otherwise quite a muted interior to bring it to life and offset that against the blue of the ocean.
I couldn't help but notice that you have quite the collection of classic chairs.
You know, George has collected the furniture over a number of years from various areas. There's a lot of sort of modern classics, being the Le Corbe, there's Barcelona chairs and some spring chairs, and around the corner you'll see some Macintosh ladderbacks as well.
What architectural elements were important to achieve with the home's designs?
There are two main drivers which generated the design strategy. The first one, being on a sloping site, generated a solution which is an upside-down house. In other words, the living space that we're in now is on the upper level, and the bedrooms are on the lower level, which is the antithesis of the standard two-story home model. The second aspect is that by virtue of the sea being on the southeast, the buildings do not face north, and being in a subtropical climate, that's not a bad thing. But one of the tremendous benefits of this is that you end up with a space that is effectively an umbrella when you open up on the west, on the east, and then your house stretches from the horizon all the way through to your pool and courtyard. And that connection also allows you to read the day so that you are part of the sun rising in the morning, and you are part of and very aware of the sun setting in the evening.
A shared love of design and travel was the spark when Karen and George first met. She was studying pharmacy and waitressing part-time. He was an architecture student playing in a band. This is the third home they've conceived. He's designed, and their sense of style has been perfected.
This I love. This glass wall makes me feel like I'm one with nature.
I know, it's spectacular, isn't it? I wake up to it every single morning. I'm so lucky.
The master bedroom is as impressive as I suspected. I love the use of a neutral palette with a pop of color.
Well, that was our intention. It's very important to have a neutral palette from which to work. Color is always something that you can introduce in the softs, and it's inexpensive and interchangeable. So that was the intention.
What makes this master bedroom different?
The fact that it has two sides which open up and connects with nature is really important to us, and the ocean. And also the use of the perforated aluminium doors provide security and natural ventilation when we're not using the air conditioning. So that's very important in a humid climate.
And I've noticed that even in the bathroom, you still get a sense that you're one with nature. How did you guys achieve this?
One of the key characteristics in the design of this house is to bring in nature into the interior. With this in mind, we have designed the bathroom with sliding doors which stack back and look into this beautiful courtyard, which is very private. It has a very high wall.
The Elphicks consider it a privilege that their 3 children still choose to stay at home, each with a generous suite of their own, along with a shared patio. As Karen has increasingly been part of selecting interiors for her husband's clients, she's also collaborated with the couple's 2 daughters on a new fashion venture.
Maxine and Natalie, I hear you have your own business.
Yes, Harmony, we do. It's a Durban local brand that we put together ourselves called EXO. We launched at the end of last year, starting with some accessories, both locally made and imported, handbags and hats, and we have recently launched a small range of clothing and jewelry as well.
You run your business from home, so working from such a stunning environment must fuel your creativity.
Yes, absolutely. Being daughters of incredibly talented creatives like my parents, we are constantly surrounded by incredible, beautiful and inspiring spaces. With that being said, that is one of the main things that drive us and inspire us to do what we do.
Appreciating the lifestyle element of this artistic home is the couple's son, Nathan.
Nathan, what's your favorite space in the house?
My favorite space is definitely the pool area. I like coming home from a long day of work, sit down on the couch and sip a beer watching the sunsets. It's also such a nice place to bring people and entertain people on the weekend, just to chill, have a swim if it's a hot day, and yeah.
Everyone gets in on preparing lunch or dinner, and over this table is where any number of refreshing furniture, architecture and fashion ideas are born and tested. They contribute as a family to original South African design.